Hey, so tonight's call, this is Jason Morris from Real Estate Agents That Really Work. Tonight's call, we're going to be talking about getting more expired listings, and we're going to be going through some scripts. We're going to do some role play and just talk about expired business in general. So let me ask you guys. So we're going to take here, and what type of objections are you getting in your market right now? Let's talk about that. What objections are you getting? Throw them out there for me. Put them in the comments. What objections are you getting? What would you say is the objection you're getting the most? So guys, I go over this a lot in group coaching. Okay. I go over this a lot in group coaching, and hey, if you're watching this and you're watching the recording on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave me some comments. Let me know what the best objection you think you get, or the objection you get the most is in your market, and I'll address it in one of my future videos. If you're listening to the recording, if you're listening to it live, go ahead, drop it in the comments, and we'll deal with it tonight. You know, wait due to COVID-19. That's a good one. That's a good one. So let's talk about this just a little bit. I go over this a lot. I go over this a lot in group coaching, and I want to remind you guys, one of the reasons I want to put this image, I want to put it in your mind where you know, like what your business is supposed to look like, okay? And so I want to talk about just a second while we're getting ready and why you guys are posting objections. So keep posting your objections in the comments, and we're going to go through all those in just a little bit. So your business, you got to keep dumping leads in. You have to keep dumping leads in the top. You see that bucket full of balls? Now, in the case of this call, we're talking about expired leads. However, you know, this could be your Facebook ads that you're running. This could be your Zillow leads. It could be a lot of different things, right? It could be any lead source that you can think of, any lead source that you got. It could be ZBuyer, it could be whatever it is, you know? So that's one thing. I mean, expireds, I recommend using RedX, right? And this is my link right here. If you use this link, they waive the $150 setup fee. If you use this link and subscribe to more stuff, sometimes there's deals, sometimes there's package deals. You have to call and ask and tell them I sent you, and that you're in the group, the Facebook group, Real Estate Agents That Really Work. But one thing I see a lot of agents doing, and especially they've been doing it here lately, is they get, you know, we do have some COVID-19 problems still out there, right? And I think it's funny, everybody went from calling it coronavirus to COVID-19. We do have some problems like that out there, and they're going to be with us for a while. This doesn't look like something's going to go away. It's just almost part of the new normal, it seems like, right? So we kind of have to treat it as such. We have to treat it as the new normal. But what I see a lot of agents doing is they quit dumping leads in the top, or they unsubscribe to the RedX because, you know, hey, the last couple of weeks you didn't get many expires. But I'm going to tell you what, sometimes if you're only getting 2, you're only getting 3 a day, honestly, guys, that's good, because guess what? You're getting frustrated because you're not getting a lot of them. Guess what? A lot of other agents are doing the same thing in your market, and a lot of agents are quitting calling them because, you know, hey, they're getting a little frustrated with them. That's good. We don't want the other agents in our market to know our secret, right? That calling expireds works. You know, I see this in a lot of offices too, where agents go in and they start making calls, right? And they get a little pushback from the office. And they get a little pushback from agents in their office saying, hey, it doesn't work. This doesn't work. That doesn't work, right? But honestly, guys, we know it works because I tell you what, I train agents all over the country. And if you're interested in my group coaching, send me a message through Facebook. I got a special coupon code, and I will give you. If you're having problems with your business, send me a message through Facebook, and I will. Right. So so we got to keep dumping those. We got to keep dumping expireds in. This is our first calls. You know, this is the hey calls. You know, this is it. First calls. Got to keep dumping those expireds in. Right. Level 2 is the ones we're following up the right numbers, because we will never get 100% correct and accurate data with expires, because it's mined data. It's data somebody had to go out there and search through a database for. Or in the case of Redx mines their own data, so they use an algorithm. They got some really, really smart programmers that somehow or another go through these databases and they figure out what number is associated with what address and which one's going to be the best one, right? So we make those first numbers, we sift through. I like Redx, Onyx. I don't mind sifting through because sometimes I get some hard numbers, right? Some hard numbers to get. Then we follow up with the correct numbers. The people that still want to sell, the people that want to do something in the next 60, 90 days, those are the people we follow up with. People don't want to do anything. Hey, we still got to follow up with them too, right? Because we get some objections. And we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. So let's see here. So we got this big one. I'm gonna put my screen up here so I can make some notes and stuff for us. We got this big objection. Wait until COVID-19 is over. Okay. Now, I've got this whole thing. I've heard every excuse and everything that there possibly is about COVID-19. I've read a lot of data. I'm not a doctor by any means. And hey, that's another good one. Where am I going to go with the virus going on? Right? That's another good one. Okay. So let's talk about these first. So we hear about this stuff, and let's be honest with one another. You know, when you really look at the numbers, it looks like a lot of people's getting it. It looks like there's a lot of sick people out there. But when we look at the numbers too, honestly, there's not that many, right? And so there's not really, I mean, there's just not a lot of people that are really getting sick, right? I mean, it's wild. I mean, not really. I mean, we all kind of know somebody now that's had it. And honestly, I mean, I don't want to discount it because people are dying, but honestly, people die from taking Tylenol. I mean, people die from a lot of things. You can die from drinking too much water. I mean, you know, so many things. So for me personally, like, I don't want it. I'm not going out there trying to get it, but, you know, like if somebody has it, you know, I'm staying away from them, you know? So wait until it's over. So guys, this is really a condition, you know, and there's going to be some people right now that are going to have these problems. The only thing you can do is you can keep following up with them about the market. Keep following up with them about what's going on in the market, what's going on with the market. And hopefully, I mean, stuff's still selling. I'm sure Vicky and I'm sure Laura, stuff's still selling. So, so maybe when you keep sending them stuff, they'll see this. See this, Merle? That, you know, maybe they'll see that stuff is still happening. Maybe they'll see that businesses, I mean, really in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, business is normal. And I am in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I do sell real estate. So if anybody has any clients here, think about moving here, family members or themselves, you know, think of me, right? Think of me, I can help you and I pay a referral. So, but, you know, here business is basically back to normal. We hear about it every now and then, but we don't hear about it as much as what we did before. And I think we're going to hear about it less and less. And I think some of that absolute fear seems to be going away in a lot of places, right? But guys, I don't want you to get confused. This is a condition. This is an objection. A condition is, I'm going to share my my screen here and show you guys what a condition is. I wrote about this in my book, How to Be an Objection Master. And I wrote about this in How to Be an Objection Master. And I'll show you guys what I wrote because I think it's going to help some of you guys. So objections and conditions. So an objection, I'm going to shrink down my screen a little bit. I tell you what, if somebody could screenshot this right here for me and put that picture in Real Estate Agents to Really Work, I'd really appreciate it. If you'd screenshot this definition of what I believe an objection is and put in it that it's in my book, How to Be an Objection Master. you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. But an objection, according to Oxford Dictionary, is an expression or feeling of disapproval or opposition. Just a reason for disagreeing. Now, typically, now that's what the dictionary says. What I believe is a little bit different. I believe an objection is often just an excuse not to do something. In the case of this book, it's real estate property seller telling you their go-to line that's often something to just get you off the phone, right? And a sales objection is a direct response in the evolution to our ancestors' physiological reaction of fight or flight that occurs in the presence of something terrifying, either mentally or physically. Right? In modern society, we're not experiencing this reaction due to attacking wild animals. It's a response to the common sales call. Now, it's just a smokescreen. It's nothing more. It's a smokescreen that lots of times just throws you off your game, right? Just gets you off the phone. Now, and we do this all the time. We always give objections. We give objections to everything. Like right now, I'll tell you guys, I have health insurance people that are calling me all the time. And what they're calling me about is wanting to know if I have health insurance. Well, guess what? I do. I do have health insurance. Maybe I don't have the best one. I don't know. It's maybe I don't have the best sometimes maybe I don't have the best way to get them off the phone, but I don't have the best health insurance. But usually when they call me, I'm a little bit too busy to discuss it with them, and we just get them off the phone. It's just an objection. We all do it, right? So this is the same thing that's happening to you guys. Same thing's happening to you guys when we're calling sellers. They're saying, hey, I already got an agent. Hey, I don't have time. I don't have this. I don't have that, whatever it is. And basically, they're just getting you off the phone. And so, by the way, this book's available on Amazon if you want to actually get your own copy. But, we give so many objections because we are sold to so many times a day. I mean, everything, gas station, clerk, department store, insurance company, real estate lead company. I mean, dude, if you don't have a real estate lead company calling you, you're not doing enough business, I mean, God, I feel like I get a call a day about a website, and it's sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. So a condition is something, I guess the Oxford Dictionary version is state of something in regard to its appearance, quality, or working order. The wiring is in good condition. Well, oftentimes a condition is something that's true, right? We do have COVID-19. There is a possibility. There is a possibility that somebody could get sick going in their house. There's a possibility they get sick with somebody going in their house, right? There's nothing me and you can do it. There's not going to be a magic phrase that's going to relieve their fear. There's not going to be a magic. It's going to have to be an idea they convince themselves of, either through their own research or research they get from something else or somebody else that they trust, right? Us, the random real estate agent that's calling them, there's nothing we can do. Now there is a strategy you can have, guys. There is a strategy you can have, and let's lay it out right here. So let's say number one, you get the COVID-19 call. Okay, and guys, this is just off the top of my head. It's off the top of my head. None of these things were planned. This was a real question that Merle, let's see, I'll tell him what your name is, that Merle Boemer asked, and Vicky, I don't know what Vicky's last name is, but Vicky actually asked. So it's right off the top of my head. This is what I think you should do. I don't have a written out plan for this. We probably should have one since COVID-19 is real and it's out there, and this objection is probably one that we're getting quite regularly. So what you do with COVID-19 call? They say, hey, we're worried about COVID-19. We don't want people in the house. Hey, no problem. I understand completely, man. There's crazy stories, a lot of stuff going on. I tell you what, how about if I email you something over about me and my team and what we do to sell houses, right? That is your go-to line. Okay, that's it. Sorry for any typos. Sorry if I missed a comma or whatever, right? It doesn't matter, right? This is your go-to line. They tell you, hey, we're worried about COVID-19. Your response, hey, I understand, right? I understand. Now, I know there's some of you guys probably listen to this, some of your friends of mine, some of you guys are going to want to argue the thing out with them, but don't argue it out. You're not going to change their belief system, right? You're not going to change it. They're going to have to change it on their own. Something's going to have to happen so they believe it. They get tired of wearing a mask. They get tired of whatever. They get some new information from a trusted source. Me and you aren't going to change their belief system about COVID-19. So all we can say is they say, hey, we're worried about COVID-19. We say, hey, I understand it's crazy stuff in the world. I tell you what, how about if I email you over some information that talks about me, my team, and what we do to sell houses? What's your email address? When you're ready, you'll have all my contact information, right? So 9 out of 10 times, they're going to give you their email address without hesitation. Not going to hesitate at all. I promise you. And what you want to do is send your pre-listing package, okay? So you want to send your pre-listing package. If you don't have a pre-listing package, go to, let's see. You don't have a pre-listing package, I'm going to put it up on this side. Go to Jason Morris pre-listing package.com. Go to Jason Morris pre-listing package.com. You can download it there. It's got a video, walks you through the whole thing. If you join my group coaching, we got examples of other people's where I go down through them and we critique them and we talk about what works and what don't work. Get your pre-listing package together now. I guarantee you it's a tool. It's a tool that you're going to use over and over again. It's going to help you sell houses, right? I got this belief. And I tell you what, give me a heart if you believe the same thing, or give me a thumbs up or raise your hand. I believe we're not really in the business of selling houses. I believe that we sell a service that sells houses, right? I think a lot of agents get it confused. I believe we sell a service and we need to tailor that service so we can do the same service over and over again. That way we can perfect it. We can figure out what works and what doesn't work, right? I believe that. A lot of agents just show up. They show up at a listing appointment, they wing it, and they think you got to have a special marketing plan for every house. Guess what, dude? Our MLS does amazing things. Let's be honest with ourselves. You take good pictures, you get a good description, you throw it in MLS, that's probably what's going to sell the house. I mean, that's the truth. Hey, and Rado, we'll get to that one here in just a second. Let's talk about COVID-19 here first. So you send them over your pre-listing package, okay? Okay, then follow up the next day. Well, you know what? I don't want to follow up the next day. I want to send a text, right? Number one, send. Right, send a text 30 minutes after you sent the listing package. All the text is going to say is, hey, Vicki, Jason Morris here. I want to make sure you got the email I sent you over. Right? That's all your text is going to say. They're going to text you back yes or no, right? You're just making another touch. That's all you're doing. Nothing revolutionary is going to happen here except for you're making another touch. Now they've got your number saved in their text. They might not have it saved in their phone, but they've got your number saved in their text. Okay? So then follow up the next day. Now the next day follow-up is going to be really simple too. It's going to be, hey, Brandy, Jason Morris here. I just want to give you a quick call. I know I emailed you over some information yesterday about me and my team and what we do to sell houses. Just want to make sure you got it, see if you had any questions. Easy script, right? Just make sure you got it, see if you got any questions. Okay? They're going to say, well, yeah, we do. We looked through it and we have some questions. Or they're going to say, oh, yeah, I've seen it, but I don't have a chance to look over it. Hey, no problem. No problem. Okay, the second call, you want to be very, very specific. And you want to make sure in that call that you say, I'm doing some research for some buyers that are looking in your area. on houses on the market. Would you like me to send you over that information also? Did you guys hear that? Okay, you want to be real specific. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go up here to a little bit cleaner page. We're gonna scroll up and we're gonna type that out because I want to make sure that you guys know what we say. Okay, I am doing some research. Right? I'm doing some research for buyers in your area. Would you like me to send my research to you? Right? Something along those lines. I don't have it all mapped out here because, we're just doing this on the fly here. Okay, so we're making a plan on the fly. We send the buyer's info. No. We're doing research for buyers, Vicky. And do you guys know why we're doing research for buyers? You know why we're saying this? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, I'm going to move this up here so we can get that out of the way. I don't want to delete it because some of you guys might be still writing it down. Okay, the reason why we say this is because what we want to do is we want to do like a mini comp where I'm going to go through, we're going to pull some houses around theirs, right? Pull some houses around theirs, pull some houses around their listing and stuff. And then we want to go through each one of those and we want to talk about how their house is great or bad or worse or whatever it is, right? We're putting a little extra info in there, but we're basically sending them comps. We're basically sending them comps to put their house on the market. Is what we're doing. But we want to word it that way. I'm doing some research for some buyers looking in your area. Would you like me to send my research to you? Okay, the reason why we're doing this is because we want to send them that list of comps. We want to send them that list of comps, and we want to send them that list of comps, but we also have another reason to follow up with them, right? So let's go through here now too. Let's see, man, how do we get this thing going? Sometimes I'm technologically challenged, so want to send comps. Okay, 4, we want to send a text. Okay, right after you send the comps, you want to send another text. And that text is going to be real easy too. It's just going to be, hey, Vicky, Jason Morris here. Want to make sure you got the email I sent you. This is going to go great. We did. And I guarantee you, they might not look at your pre-listing package, but they're going to look at that. Okay? So number 5, call next day. Okay? Want to call the next day. So we have made in this right here, this COVID-19 call that sounds hopeless. How many of you guys have got this COVID-19 call that sounds hopeless, right? Right? Oh, we're waiting on the COVID-19. A lot of those leads are being thrown away by every agent in your market because those agents don't have a strategy. They believe it's an objection, number 1, and they don't have a strategy to work through that objection. But it's really a condition, and you need a strategy to work through the condition. Really, the only thing that's going to clear up a condition is going to be time, number 1, and it's going to be follow-up. That's how you're going to get through a condition. Time and follow-up, right? Okay, so you want to call the next day. And the next day on that call, it's going to be an easy call, right? No, Rob, at this point, you haven't met with them. But they want to sell their house. They just don't want to do it because of COVID-19, right? So we're just following up. And this isn't a lot. I know you said this is a lot of work without any commitment, but dude, we don't have commitment from nobody, right? We go to listing appointments all the time. We got to do more than this. We don't have a commitment. Guys, you don't need a commitment to do this work. It's going to take you 5 minutes. It's going to take you 5 minutes to pull the comps. I mean, I don't know what some of you guys are doing, but just take and pull the neighborhood up. Grab 5 or 6 from there that are active that looks about like theirs, right? grab a few solds in the neighborhood if you got them. If you don't, do a 1 mile radius, right? But then you call the next day. You call the next day, and we're just going to go ahead and pretend these are our clients, Rob. That's all we're doing. We're going to pretend because nobody else is following up with these. Everybody's worried about COVID-19. They're worried about COVID-19. So we're going to call the next day. And that next day call is going to go, it's really going to go, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, this is Jason Morris. I just want to give you a quick call. I want to give you a quick call. And the COVID-19, we say it's a condition, but it might be an objection, might be an easy way to get agents off the phone. It could be both. It could be both. I might have made a mistake there at the beginning of the call. Sorry, I do that sometimes. Sometimes I make mistakes. But either way, we're going to follow up until we work ourselves through that mistake. We're going to be persistent. That's all. So that next day, we're going to basically call them up and we're going to, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, just want to give you a call. Man, there's a lot going on in your market. There's a lot going on in your market right now and in your area. And I wanted to see if you had any questions about those comps. Now, hopefully on that first call, you kind of knew what things were selling for. You kind of knew what things were happening. Right? Now, what I would do on this next call is I would do the exact same thing, right? Well, number one, you got to figure out reasons to follow up with people. You got to make an excuse sometimes. So I'm a master at following up with people and coming up with excuses to follow up with people. So what I would do is I would take and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I just want to see what questions you have. If you've had any questions with these particular variables and stuff I sent you over there. There's a house on the market close to yours. If you can find a pending in their own neighborhood, it's fantastic. And you go, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if we put your house on the market today at blank market, blank price, you would be, and you show them where they're going to fall in the competition. Okay, let me type that out for you. You guys need me to type it out? So you want to go through the comparables with them just real briefly. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Hey, Vicki. Hey, Vicki, Jason Morris here. Just want to talk to you about those. Do you have any questions about them? Oh, no, we're good. We're good. So, okay, well, if we put your house on the market, today, your house would be blank. Okay, now let's talk about filling in that blank. If we put your house on the market today, your house would be blank. We want to have something special about their house. You want to look through, you want to actually pull up the old listing. We're just pretending this is expired for this call. You pull up the listing and say, hey, if we put your house on the market today, your house would be the best price home. Let's see. Your house would be the best price home that has blank. Right? So now you got to get a little creative with this sometimes, right? Got all the details for the other one. You're going to look for something that's unique, a unique selling proposition with their house. Is it a corner lot? Is it a lot that's on the pond? Is it a lot that backs up to the woods? Is it a downstairs first floor condo in a residential community? Is it a top floor? Is it a middle floor? And you know what? There's reasons all the time. There's reasons why people want to be on the top. There's reasons why people want to be on the bottom floor, right? Bottom floor condos bottom floor quarter unit condos, man, use that to your advantage. Like there's a lot of advantages there, right? But if we put your house on the market today, it's good. Your house will be the best price one that has a new roof. Your house will be the best price one that has new hardwood floors. Your house will be the best price one on a corner lot. Your house will be the best price one on the pond. Your house will be the best price, whatever it is, right? If you can't figure out that, start looking at the school neighborhood. Start looking at the number of bedrooms, right? Your house would be one of the best values in the school district. Your house, what would be their unique selling point with their house? Why would somebody pick their house over the one next door, right? Sometimes you got to think about it. If we put your house on the market today, your house will be the best one on the corner. And then just go ahead and ask the closing question. Would you guys like me to start working for you? Okay. When would you guys like me to start working for you? Okay. And they're going to give you, let's just say they give you the COVID-19. They give you the COVID-19 objection. Is this helping you guys? Give me a little bit of feedback. Is this helping you guys? So they give you the COVID-19 objection. Okay. And what you do from there is you say, well, guys, I'm going to tell you what. Over there in your area, I know that's still going on, but over there in your area, and if you got MLS pulled up, this is great. Pull up a radius like 2 miles. Within 2 miles of your house in the last 5 months since COVID-19's been going on, blank number of houses have sold. Merle, I'm going to tell you what, nothing I talk about is rocket science. All my books are easy like this too, right? I've been doing this like, dude, we're going on 20 years in this whole real estate business thing. And you know what? You've built a little relationship with them. You build a little relationship with them because at this point, you've had your first conversation with them. You've sent them a pre-listing package, plus you've had 5 other touches. So you've had 7 touches at this point. Does that make sense? You've had 7 conversations. You've had 7 times you've touched base with these people, right? So, you know, if they give you the objection, COVID-19, say, well, guys, you know, since COVID-19 started 5 months ago, blank number of houses have sold in a 2-mile radius around yours. Now, we understand that it is something to take seriously. However, we have some certain steps and measures that we are taking when buyers look in your home. What do you guys think about that? So I'm going to put this up here. Man, I'm running out of room on my screen. Let's see. We're going to go up here on top. Okay. So I'm going to type that out for you guys real quick. So you guys can screenshot it. In the last 5 months, since COVID-19 started, I like the way this sounds. Maybe you word it a little different, right? We're just doing this on the fly. Sorry, guys. Didn't know this was going to be objection. Maybe I should organize this and put it a little better webinar that we do specifically about COVID-19. But I feel like this is good stuff. You know, this is critical thinking that we all should be thinking about. In the last 5 months since COVID-19 started, we've had blank number of homes sell within 2 miles of yours. This is because we have a plan and certain measures we put in place to help keep your family safe. So if you guys would screenshot this page for me, post it in Real Estate Agents That Really Work, and put that you got on tonight's webinar, right? That way some other people, maybe to help other people, right? Put your house on the market today, your house will be the best price, one that has blank. What goes in the blank? So, Rob, you got to think about their house, right? You got to look it up on MLS, you got to pull it up and look at the ones that it's competing against. Now, sometimes it's going to have stuff that's competing against that don't really matter, but sometimes it's going to have stuff that does matter. But what you're looking for is the unique selling proposition for their house. Okay, is it a corner lot? Why would somebody pick their house over the one next door other than price? Why would they pick it? Let's say they're $5,000 higher, $10,000 higher. Why would you pick house number 1 over house number 2? Look for a reason. Dude, we sell houses, Rob. Figure it out, right? It's a corner lot, backs up to a pond, backs up to the woods, has a bigger lot. Maybe it has better landscaping. Maybe they have a great deck in the back. Maybe they have a new roof and new hardwood floors. Maybe they have a brand new air conditioner. Maybe they have granite countertops, hardwood floors, and it's one of those D.R. Horton type communities that nothing is, just basic. It was built around 2005, 2006, right? It has nothing but mica and vinyl, but they've done a lot of upgrades to it. I mean, it's hard for me to tell you exactly what to put in that blank, because that blank's a wild card. Basically, you gotta have a specific house, then you gotta go look and see what's on the market. But during that call, we want to make sure that we tell them in the last 5 months since COVID-19 started, we have had blank homes sell within 2 miles of yours. And I guarantee you, if you pull up a 2-mile radius, unless you live out in the middle of nowhere, any of you guys that live in a city, you pull out up a 2-mile radius and pull up 5 months, dude, you might have, God, some of you guys in big cities might have 500 units that sold in 2 miles, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, even us in Myrtle Beach, the more rural areas, you pull up 2 miles and dude, you got something that's sold out there, It's because we have a plan in place, and we do. We're smart. We have a lot of technology. I mean, you can do video walkthroughs, man. You can do showings with a limited number of people. You can ensure that there's a box of masks, and that every buyer that comes in their door is going to wear a mask. You can. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, right? I mean, you could bring over a box of masks, in a bucket of hand sanitizer, and put in the agent or agent remarks, every agent that goes in the house must wear a mask and must use hand sanitizer before opening the door, right? We can do things like that. I mean, we can't guarantee they're going to do it, but we can try our best, right? We can do virtual showings. We can do virtual tours. We can do virtual everything. We can do Facebook Live walkthroughs. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do where nobody goes in there. Right? But the way you're going to take these listings, Lynn, is you're going to do it through your follow-up process. So just right there, what we have, if you go back and listen to this from the beginning, we have 7 follow-up attempts there. We have 7 follow-up attempts, and we could still go. We could still continue to go, right? Let's just say you get shot down. Yeah, and Andrea, this will be available. Yeah, it's being recorded. So let's just say you get shot down about your COVID-19, this whole COVID-19 thing. Well, guys, you know what? We take and we just put them on our list to follow up with them again next week. And that next week's follow-up might be, hey, Mike Towers, this is Jason Morris. Hey, man, just wanted to give you a quick call. I was doing some research over in your area, and I found blank. Look it up. Pull that 2-mile radius again. Look for something that just went pending, something just sold, just came on the market, right? Everybody wants to hear. We forget as real estate agents, a lot of us are following up and we're going, hey, Mike, hey, Jason Morris here. Hey, man, you ready to list your house today? Mike don't want to list his house if it's expired, because you know what? He don't like real estate agents. You don't want to list again because he's done tried that. It didn't work. We want to make sure we take the word listing out of your vocabulary and replace it with, hey, do you want to sell your house? We want to make sure our conversation's about what they're actually looking for. They're looking for a solution to their problem. I believe that nobody just wants to sell their house this weekend because, hey, honey, we don't have anything to do. Let's sell our house and see what they're doing on the other side of town, right? I don't believe that. I believe that people are selling their homes because they have a problem. They're moving up, they're moving down, they're moving sideways, they're moving to another area, they got a new job, they got whatever it is. I believe people are buying homes based on emotion, because they could rent, they could stay where they're at, they could possibly move back in with their parents. They got a lot of options, but emotionally they feel like they need to buy a home. They feel like that's the best thing to do. Right? If that emotion leaves the transaction, then people walk away from the closing table. I mean, that's just, 20 years, almost 20 years of this. This is kind of what, and, I've been training real estate agents for like 5. I hear a lot of weird stuff. But this is 7 follow-ups here. This is 7 follow-ups. And dude, that's going to put you in the game there, right? The average agent does no follow-ups. And this is going to kind of put you in the game. So I had another COVID-19 related one. Let me look here real quick. Let me look through the chat real quick because I'd like to answer those. I think that's a good call. I should have planned something about where am I going to go with the virus going on? Well, Vicki, here's the thing. There's plenty of places to go, right? Go buy another house. Where do you want to go? When they tell you this, where am I going to go with the virus going on? Oh, I understand you're concerned about where you're going to go if you sell your house. Where do you want to go when you sell your house? I mean, honestly, it's easy. Just go there. Go where you want to go. What's stopping you? I mean, they waited 5 months. Can they really wait another 5 months? So I believe that's just a really, really interesting scenario. So, but I believe that this right here puts you in the game. And Vicki, I think when they tell you, hey, we don't know where we want to go, I think we go through the same follow-up process with them, right? We almost disregard that. We disregard it, we continue the script. Disregard it, continue the script. Right? Oh, we don't know where to go. Yeah, I understand. Where do you want to go? Oh, we want to go to Maine. Hey, no problem. I hear it's really nice up there. So how soon do you guys want to be in Maine? So tell me a little bit about the house you got right now. Do you have to sell it before you can go there? Right? You just continue the conversation, right? Continue the conversation. Talk about how great Maine is a minute. Then you go back to your questions. Well, the house you got now, when you had on the market, I was looking at the listing. It said it had a 3-year-old roof. It said it had a 4-year-old hot water heater. It said it had whatever it is, right? We just continue the conversation just like what we did before. So guys, I got a couple other objections we're gonna get to tonight here. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I think that was a good call. Did that help everybody with the COVID-19? I know that's been a big deal there. I hope it did. So let me go through here. I got a couple more. How about this objection? We will sell to iBuyer, right? We will sell to iBuyer. You know what? That's a great deal to say. Is, hey, Mr. Seller, I tell you what, I know they'll come write you a check today. They'll come write you a check today and close as soon as possible. Hey, if you guys have more objections, just keep posting them in the chat. I'll get to them, right? So we want to sell to iBuyer. Hey, fantastic. How much has iBuyer offered you? Right? We're in this unique position. We're in this unique position where we have access to a lot of data, and we're truly, because of our real estate license, we are truly in the top 1% of knowledge about real estate. Even if you never sold a house, you just went through the licensing course, you're in the top 1% of knowledge. So when they say, let's write this out, because I don't have one in my book specifically for iBuyer. We want to sell. My next question would be, what has iBuyer offered? All right. Let them tell you. Oh, they've offered me $150,000. Fantastic. Here, I'll put that in there, 150K. Just using that example. Fantastic. Is that before or after fees? That'd be my response. Fantastic. Is that before or after the crazy fees they charge? Now, when they say this, now we know, and I'm not 100% what iBuyer charges, but I want to say they charge a commission and a transaction fee. And it seems like I've seen iBuyer was doing 9 or 11%, total with fees. If anybody listening to the call has that number and can clarify that for me, but it's a lot. It's about 10%. I mean, it's significant. And 10% of 150,000 is $15,000. It wouldn't cost them that much to sell with an agent. Okay, Redo says 9% at the low. I would just They want to do it because they think they're going to save on cost and commissions. And you know what? An iBuyer is offering them a latest low price, really. Fantastic. This is before or after the crazy fees they charge. They say, oh, well, some of them are going to say, oh, well, I think that's before. Say, oh, you know, and do the downswing in your voice when you say it. Do the downswing. Oh, gosh. Ooh, that's before. So if you could get okay, so this is a great closing line. I've used it for Z-buyer clients a lot. So you want to make sure you're a little emotional when you say that. Oh, gosh, oh, fantastic. Is that before or after the crazy fees they charge? They're going, well, I don't know, because iBuyer isn't really clear. None of these buying things are real clear what their fees are, you know, until later. Say, oh, man, let me ask you, if I could get you like 10 to 15,000 more, or maybe more in your pocket, could you wait 60, 90 days to get 10 to 15,000 dollars more? And I say 10 to 15,000 because we're just rounding up 10% of 150,000 bucks. Okay, and we know that 150,000 is going to be on the low end of what iBuyers offering a little low, right? They got to make a little money. They got to make a little spread on this deal. So not only are they charging this crazy fee, they're also, you know, going on the low end of comps, right? We all know what that means, going on the low end of comps versus the high end of comps, right? So can they wait 60 to 90 days to make 10 to 15,000? I don't know about you guys, but man, 15 grand's a lot in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So so more than likely you're going to have them tell you yes. I will tell you, there's going to be very few buyers that say, oh, we got to sell today. We got to sell today, and we'll take $15,000 less, you stupid real estate agent. We got to sell today. You're not going to have any sellers tell you that. You're not going to have any sellers tell you that. But what you're going to do is they're going to say, oh, what, right? Then you ask that question, then you set the appointment. Right? You set appointment. They say, oh, well, yeah, we could. Hey, well, fantastic. Well, how about if I come to your house at 4 o'clock today? And you want to set the appointment as soon as possible. And Rado, do you guys know about asking for the appointment 3 times? Do you guys know how to do that? Yes or no? Give me an answer in that thing. Have you ever heard this before? Attempt to set the appointment 3 times, because we know we have somebody here that's real motivated to sell. And I guarantee you guys, if you guys started doing that, you want me to tell you how to do that? Ask for the appointment 3 times. Give you an example of that. So again, let's see. Tell us. Okay, cool. So you set the appointment. So you go and you specify the appointment. It's just like a dentist appointment, okay? Just like a dentist appointment. So you don't call the dentist up. The dentist say, hey, just show up when you feel like it, right? The dentist sets an appointment with you. Hey, we've got an opening at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. We need to do that same thing. We need to make sure we do that same thing. That's what people are conditioned. People are conditioned for that. Why don't we just go with the conditioning? Why do we feel like we got to change it? People are conditioned to be told when an appointment is available. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, everybody does it except for real estate agents. Sometimes we do some crazy stuff. So, okay, number 1, first attempt. Number 1, initial set appointment. Okay, you guys know how to do that. Tuesday at 2. Hey, can we come look at the house Tuesday at 2? Okay. They say, oh, no, that's not good. Well, I don't know if we want to do that. Hey, no problem. Are you going to be at work today at 4 o'clock? Basically, why won't 4 o'clock work? Why won't 4 o'clock work? Right? If you say, hey, well, I tell you what, How about 2 o'clock tomorrow? I say, yeah, that isn't going to work. That isn't going to work. Hey, no problem. I understand. Are you going to be working tomorrow? They say, yeah, well, I got to work tomorrow. I got stuff I got to do. Hey, no problem. When do you normally get off? Right? And they go, well, we never get off. We never get off. Work 24 damn hours a day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. People aren't going to tell you that either. They're going to say, oh, well, normally I get off work about 5. Okay? And you go, would 6 p.m. work? Hey, well, if you get off work at 5 o'clock, what if I stop by like 6? I'm going to be out there in that area. I can stop by about 6. That gives you plenty of time to get home and, kind of get settled in from work. No, that ain't going to work. We got the kids. We got this dog. We got, got Jeopardy coming on. Just can't do it. Just can't do it, Jason. Right? You get something dumb sometimes, I got Survivor at 7. 6 going to make things tight for us. It's going to be something like that. Ain't no problem. So, ain't no problem. How about, looks like I got another appointment. This is my favorite line. Looks like I got another appointment. On Saturday. Right? Looks like hey, well, you know what? I'm looking here at my notebook. It looks like I'm going to be out there on Saturday. How about Saturday, like 11 o'clock? Are you going to be at work on Saturday too? Okay, and then guys, they're going to go, get the guy on the phone, he's going to give you this one. Well, I need to talk to my wife. Right? How many of you guys have got that objection? I mean, you worked real hard. You got to corner them up sometimes. Right? You got to corner them up a little bit. And this isn't like, I know some agents go, well, I don't like to be like that. Dude, be like what? Be like what? They need to sell their house. You're going to get them more money. I mean, damn, you're trying to do them a favor here. You're trying to help them. That's the approach that you need to take. That's what you need to feel in your heart. That's the mindset you need to have. You're trying to help them here. Okay, well, I need to talk to my wife. Hey, this is the line for that. I need to talk to my wife. Hey, no problem. How about I pencil you in at 11 a.m. Call. If it don't work, call me back. Right? Hey, no problem. How about if I pencil you in 11 o'clock on Saturday? You give her a call. If that don't work for her, call me back. My schedule fills up quick. Right? We forget this too, man. We forget this too, that we need. Now, Rob, I just show up. I would just show up. That's what I would do. I just show up. Hey, if I don't hear from you, I'm going to show up. Right? Hey, if they're not there, I will stand in their front yard and call them. Hey, Rob, Jason Morris. Hey, man, we had an appointment today at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, I'm out here at your house. Hey, I knocked on the door. Nobody came to the door. I guess you guys forgot about me. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm sorry. We forgot. We had something going on, right? We had something going on. Hey, no problem. I tell you, I'm going to be in the area for just a little while today. Will you guys be back home? Is today good? Or should we reschedule? Don't try to reschedule. Reschedule before you hang up. Right? I guarantee you will get this listing after you get stood up. I guarantee you will. Right? There's a lot of agents that will be embarrassed. They will leave the house. They'll never call the people. They'll go, we got stood up. But I guarantee you, if you stand in their front yard and you have a conversation, stand in the front yard. Now, at this point, you've already seen the house. You're standing there and you're telling them about the blue shutters. You're telling them about the azalea bushes in the front yard. Hey, man, well, this looks like a pretty nice house. This is what I've seen, seen on the listing. Look, we can, We can get you what you're looking for. We can get you the 150,000 you're looking for. We can get you whatever it is, right? Do you mind if I go ahead and take a look around the outside while I'm here? Right? Easy, right? Go ahead, look around the, I guarantee you're going to get this listing. I guarantee you will. I mean, well, like 90% of the time. They stand you up and you call them, stand in the front yard. You will go to set another appointment. You have a 5-minute, 10-minute conversation standing in their front yard with them on the phone, and they're not home. I bet you'll get that listing. Now, a lot of agents won't, though. A lot of agents won't because they'll never call them back. They'll never call them. They just go, oh, I got stood up, wah, 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 and they go on about their business. They never call that person back, right? But while you're there, standing in the front yard, and you're having a conversation with them, you're asking them if they mind if you go ahead and take a look around it. You know, and on the phone, you can say, yeah, man, we always have buyers looking for properties like these. Because you know what we do? We do. And you're speaking from us as a whole, right? You're speaking as us from the real estate industry. We do have buyers looking for $150,000 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage. They might not be your buyer, but there are buyers looking in your market for them. They're selling. I guarantee you. Pull it up on MLS. You know, or whatever the sweet spot is, the bread and butter part, right? The affordable housing part. I guarantee you. I like affordable housing. Multi-million-dollar homes are a little less predictable. I'd rather have $700,000 or $850,000 contracts than $1 million contract, without a doubt. I'd rather do that every day. So, guys, does that help you guys with the iBuyer? You think that that's something that you guys can do? Was that difficult at all? Easy stuff, right? Easy stuff. I think sometimes the reason why some agents don't do better is they're just overcomplicating it. Cool. Let's look. I think I got another one. What other objections you guys have? Oh, I'm thinking about using a discount brokerage. Right? I'm thinking about using a discount brokerage. You know what, man? There's a small percentage of sellers that are going to use the discount brokerage. It doesn't matter what me and you do. I just completely disregard. I continue with the script. Hey, we're going to use a discount brokerage. Hey, no problem. Hey, no problem. You do want to sell your house there, right? You ever sold a house before? No, first time. We sold a car. Great, man. You'll do fine. You'll do fine. But just continue the script. I totally dismiss it. Continue the script. You know, want to wait till spring. Dude, first question I'd ask Merle is, why do you want to wait till spring? What happens in the spring? Is there something you're waiting on in the spring? Right? We got to ask those next questions, because if we don't ask those next questions, we're never going to know. We're never going to know. So the other agent will list my house for 1%. Hey, that's fantastic. I tell you what, I'd like to send you over my marketing plan. This is my favorite one when they say, hey, we're thinking about going with this other agent. We got this other agent we've already met. Hey, fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what, how about if I send you over my marketing plan? It's what me and my company do to sell houses. Our marketing plan sold blank number of houses last year. I tell you what, why don't you look down through it and request theirs too? You can lay them side by side, and you know, maybe there's a few things in ours you can steal from us. And here's the thing, a lot of these 1% discount brokerages and stuff, man, they're not doing anything for them except for putting it on MLS. If you have a solid pre-listing package, you can overcome that with the pre-listing package. But here's another thing, when they tell you on the phone, hey, well, we got another company listed for 1%. Hey, yeah, I understand. There's companies all the time that charge all kind of stuff. So I tell you what, how old's the roof of the house? Dismiss it and move forward. Dismiss it, move forward. We need to become in the habit of dismissing the objection and moving forward, right? Moving forward. Dismiss it, move forward with your script. Right? That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. So guys, I tell you what, I'm going to throw up expired script here on the screen real quick. I know this was supposed to be an expired call. I feel like I've used my time that I promised, or the time. I hate keeping you guys over because you know, I know it's Sunday night and you're getting ready to go to work and stuff. I tell you what, I'm going to throw my expired script up one time here. I'm going to go down through it with you real quick. You guys can screenshot it, and then you got an expired script, right? If you want to buy the book, go to Amazon, search How to Be an Expired Master. That's it. So here it is. You guys can screenshot it. Hey, if you want to share this in Real Estate Agents to Really Work to, share it in there. I'm sure somebody will be super appreciative of it. You know, go ahead, screenshot it. Somebody will be super appreciative of it. But here is the here's the expired script. Hey, Mr. Seller, this is Jason Morris with Keller Williams Realty. Do you still want to sell your house at 123 Main Street? Yes. How much will you take for it? Right? Skip right to it, man. A lot of these scripts are dumb. A lot of these scripts, you're asking questions that are irrelevant. My script's relevant, right? How much will you take for it? Hey, well, I saw it. I saw you had it on the market. Why do you think it didn't sell? Let them answer. If they talk trash about their other realtor, dude, you got a good chance of listing that house. Hey, well, I've been doing some research. I believe I know why your old agent didn't sell it. How soon do you want to get rid of the place? Awesome. Thanks, Merle. Merle just bought Objection and the expired book, man. I really appreciate it. Send me a message on Facebook. I got something to give you if you bought both of them, dude. I got something I'll give you. So I've been doing some research. I believe I know why your old agent didn't sell it. How soon do you want to get rid of this place? Now you're saying that because they're going to pique your interest, and they're going to go, he knew why I didn't sell? Yeah, buddy, I know why I didn't sell, because I sell houses, right? So then go through, confirm the stuff you see in MLS. Hey, so this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage. It has a new roof. Get all the particulars. Hey, fantastic. Well, I tell you what, will you be home this afternoon? Oh, yeah, we will. Oh, no, we're not going to be home this afternoon. Hey, no problem. What about tomorrow afternoon? What about Saturday, right? Remember the 3 things we talked about. Will you be home this afternoon? Oh, yeah, we will. Hey, well, I'm going to be out in your area. Can I stop by about 4 o'clock? Go ahead and set the appointment, right? Well, they say, oh, yeah, that'll be good. But set the appointment as soon as you can, because there's other agents calling. That's the deal. There's other agents calling, so you need to set the appointment as soon as possible. Then you go, I want to send you some information about my team so you know who's going to be stopping by your house. What's your information? Send them your pre-listing package. Confirm your appointment. Show up about 10, 15 minutes early, right? Easy, easy. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of agents get real hung up on this. Rob, if you're still on the call, man, I think this is you, buddy. A lot of agents get real hung up on this. They think they have to qualify to the nth degree. You do not. I'd rather have 10 appointments this week that are okay qualified, right? We know on this, we know how much they want to take for their house. We know we still want to sell it, and we know that we can meet them at 4 o'clock, right? Then we have a sales process. We sent them our pre-listing package, and we're showing up at 4 o'clock. And we're going to show up. We're going to be fully prepared. We're going to have comparables there. We're going to have their old listing printed out. You know, we're going to have the whole thing, right? And we're going to go through our listing process sitting there in their house, right? I'd rather get in front. I'd rather have 10 at-bats this week, right? Or I'd rather have 10 at-bats this month to get in front of sellers that I know want to sell their house, rather than have one strong maybe that's overqualified, right? I want to say that one more time. I'd rather have 10 appointments this month that are minimally qualified. We know they want to sell their house, right? We know a few basic things. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have those 10 at-bats than one that's like a strong maybe. You know, there's never a sure thing, hardly. Even if it's your brother or sister listing their house, it ain't a sure thing. So Rob asked, what if they say they have a buyer for their house? Rob, say, hey man, that's great. What do you need me to do for you? You wouldn't believe this. So There's so many times I've asked that question when they say, oh, we got a buyer for their house. I say, well, what do you need me to do for you? And they go, well, they want to buy it, we want to sell it, and we come to agreement on the price. What do? We don't know what to do from here. Hey, no problem, man. I tell you what, we can charge a small discounted fee, and I'll handle the transaction for you. What do you guys think about that? Dude, so many times I've done so many deals where I literally showed up. Buyer and seller in the same room. And dude, I've done dual agency. I've done it as a transactional agent. Our state has transactional agents. We have dual agency. When I showed up with all the paperwork, signed it right there in front of them, and handled getting into the attorney's office and their lender and charged them 2 or 3%. Right? Dude, it was a business decision. The meeting took 30 minutes. It was real friendly. I showed up to get paid. Like there's a lot of agents that go, I would not do that. Dude, why would you not do that? Why would you not do that? Easiest deal you can do. You show up and you fill out some paperwork, you get paid, man. So guys, I appreciate you guys being on the call with me tonight. If you're interested in my group coaching, you can go to jasonmorrisgroupcoaching.com. Go to jasonmorrisgroupcoaching.com. You get some more information about it there. It's $40 a month. It's month to month. It's a little video, goes down through a lot of stuff that I do on there. And it's all good stuff. It's all simple stuff. It's stuff that I guarantee you can do in your market. It's month to month. You can join today. You can cancel anytime. Just log in and cancel. And guys, if I can help you with your business, send me a message. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. And I tell you what, if you really, really enjoyed this webinar, go to Real Estate Agents That Really Work. Leave me a little review in it. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like, and all that stuff, because I'd like to do more of these, and I'd like for people to be on them, of course. So you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you. I will talk to you guys soon.